Yeah, it was the biggest city in the South, but it was also by virtue of being such a big city, but also by virtue of being such a major port, it was point of entry for a lot of people. So it was a very cosmopolitan, polyglot city. You had, I mean, what we call the French Quarter, even though it's Spanish architecture, was, in the 1930s, you heard Italian. I mean, I don't heard Italian, you heard Sicilian. I mean, I heard, Sicilian heard Albrecht, which is like Albanians who moved to Sicily because it was the promised land, and then later wound up here. And I mean, just you had, you know, though it existed in other places, you had a very large, even in slavery days, a free people of color population here, which, again, stirred things up. You had, connections to the Central America, which were strong ties, and Cuba, which were strong. When Miami was just the end of the railroad in the swamp, um, this was the connection to those places. This was where United Fruit was born. This is, it was, decisions made in New Orleans boardrooms that sent the U.S. Marines to Nicaragua and Honduras and all back in the day. Um, and because of that, you had, writers who would come here and set things. I mean, famously Faulkner and Tennessee Williams, but others as well. And who took the color and used it. I mean, we just did a short film for a museum exhibit on the two times, not once but twice, Cecil B. DeMille came to Louisiana to film The Buccaneer. He made it in the 30s and he made it again in the 50s. And again, just employing all those myths we yeah, that we like to repeat for tourists.